Jedi Guardian. If you prefer heroics to standing around, becoming a Jedi Guardian may be the path for you. While I'm not here to disparage the work of our Jedi consulars and sentinels, it's a fact that we Guardians are the Republic's first line of defense against 1,000 enemies who seek to destroy it. The Guardians are the heirs of the first Jedi Knights. When the first faction of Taiwanese left their home world, they did so with the express purpose of making the wild galactic frontier safe for innocents, and with the same principles we uphold today. It's primarily this branch of the Order that is identified with lightsabers. The lightsaber is our weapon and our symbol. Once you choose to specialize as a Jedi Guardian, training will consume your off hours. Your time is no longer subject to the demands of a master, so neglect of your exercises is at your own peril. Each day I set aside time for 1 hour of running, 1 hour of unarmed combat drills, and 1 hour of saber canvases or sparring. Although the Sith were extinguished in the last war, the current reality of peacetime has only heightened the importance of the Guardians. Following the post-war governmental reformations, the Republic no longer has a standing military. We are essentially the Republic's army, and must be ready to give up our lives in the service of this cause. In a sense, we are also the Republic's police force, responsible for keeping the peace and detaining lawbreakers. The services of the Guardians are in desperate need among the worlds of the Outer Rim and Wild Space, where local security forces hold little sway and the people are in need of saviors. Jedi Guardians usually carry blue-bladed lightsabers, though doing so is more of a sign of fraternity than a mandate. You can use whatever blade you're comfortable with, though I'm certain you will wish to replace your original apprentice sabers. We're warriors, so your lightsaber will see plenty of use. With enough heroics, you may one day join me and earn the honorific of Warrior Master. There are many paths to follow within the ranks of the Jedi Guardians. The ways of war are numerous, and no single Jedi can be the best at all of them. Jedi Peacekeepers. The Jedi Peacekeepers specialize in security and policing, and are among the oldest groups recognized by the Order. Though all of them are fine warriors, they do not normally serve as frontline combat troops, and are instead trained in crowd control, apprehending suspects, and shutting down threats before they can turn violent. At the request of the planetary governors, peacekeepers are stationed on Republic worlds, where they work as liaisons to local law enforcement and militias. Temple security. On Coruscant, peacekeepers are synonymous with temple security. These Jedi watch over the Jedi Temple and the surrounding district, keeping the area safe from eccentrics, zealots, and armed radicals. The ranks of the temple security include Jedi gatekeepers, who monitor the main entrance, and Jedi brutes, whose imposing bulk often scares away troublemakers. Jedi Starfighters. Members of the Jedi Starfighter Corps, known as Jedi Aces, pilot a fleet of savage starfighters. Our starfighters of choice over the somewhat outdated Kuat Redshift was used to beat the Sith. These ships are equipped with twin laser cannons, a Champit deflector shield, and an external hyperdrive sled. Jedi Aces use the Force to enhance reaction speed, targeting precision and battle awareness, but we never use it to cloud the perception of our enemies. We're aces, and shortcuts of that kind are not needed. As Jedi Aces, we travel all across the galaxy, sometimes hitching rides aboard Republic capital ships. During the wars, these Republic Navy vessels. After the Reformations, of course, the Navy no longer exists, but Aces are welcomed by all sector and planetary defense forces. I've served with Aces for nearly 20 years. In that time, I've upgraded our fighter squadrons, destroyed more than 300 enemy craft, and earned the honorary title Air Marshal of the Republic. Don't be intimidated by the achievements. No one in the Starfighter Corps expects you to reach such heights, but we do need good pilots. Lightsaber Instructors. Lightsabers are integral to our identity as an order. As soon as initiates are old enough to stand, they are instructed in the proper handling of a saber, and this instruction never truly ends until a Jedi has become one with the Force. It should therefore be evident that lightsaber instructors are among the most vital players in the Jedi Order. If this style sounds interesting to you, slow down. This is not a specialization you take on without proving your mettle in combat. Unlike the consulars, we Guardians don't put much faith in teachers for life, and saber instructors bear the scars that attest to hundreds of combat skills. While it's true that the Jedi Order avoids violence whenever possible, it is at times necessary. In that light, who has the abilities best suited for a combat instructor, a diplomat or a warrior? The Temple has one instructor who bears the title of Battle Master, currently Master Venek. The Battle Master designation was once held by only a single Jedi at a time, but the title grew in popularity during the war until it encompassed hundreds of generals and Jedi Lords. Most of these now serve at satellite Jedi academies and aboard Praxium ships. Battle Masters train initiates and Padawans in the use of Form 1 through Form 6 combat moves and cadences, and impart knowledge about Form 7 to those who have earned their trust. Beneath the Battle Masters, day-to-day instructors serve to reinforce the proper execution of these styles. All lightsaber instructors are Jedi Masters and must be recommended by a Battle Master and rectified by the High Council. The position of lightsaber instructor is one that Jedi Masters may achieve towards the end of their careers, when their reflexes have slowed but their minds are still sharp. It can also be a role filled by preternaturally gifted people, who possess skills with a saber running so deep it is foolish to waste time on rim control. Exotic Weapons Specialist. Although the lightsaber is our primary weapon, it is not the only type of armament available to the Jedi. The Starfighter, for example, is a specialized weapon used by Jedi Aces, but there are many other tools used by those in the Order to fulfill specific missions or to exploit unique skill sets. Exotic Weapons Specialists are rare within the ranks of the Jedi Guardians, but they are respected for their mastery of difficult and extorting disciplines. Mastery of any of the following weapons can earn you the title of Exotic Weapons Specialist. The double-bladed lightsaber and lightsaber pike are lightsaber variants that require combat specializations. These experts sometimes wield quarterstaffs with no energy blade at all. These can be made of lightsaber-resistant metal, or it can be humble wooden staffs strengthened through the Force. Whips can be made of leather, wire, cord, or energy tendrils, as in a light whip. Experts with whips use them to ensnare arms and legs, allowing them to disarm enemies or the Force to the floor. Flails are a class of weapon using a weighted ball attached to a handle by means of a rope or chain. They are difficult weapons to master, but an expert in flails can use the ball to crack bones, the chain can entangle, and the handle, which is often adorned with a blade, to injure at close range. Ranged weapons are not often employed by the Jedi, but there is no inherent shame in striking from a distance, though you will have to endure the curiosity of your peers. Jedi who have trained in blaster rifles as their specialization use the Force to enhance their vision and guide their shots. Most of the Temple snipers use their lightsabers as ranged weapons, throwing them with distance and precision to take out targets. Some Jedi use their bodies as weapons. The martial artists of Bakuni hand employ the Force to strengthen their hands, feet, forearm when making an unarmed strike. A blow from a Banuki master can pulverize stone. Most exotic weapon specialists devote their lives to the mastery of their chosen subject. Like lightsaber instructors, they often enter a teaching phase after they have achieved the rank of master.